Hey, what is up everybody? Thank you so much for tuning into another one of my videos. And in today's video, we're going to be looking at Polaris Finance. Now, a lot of you know Polaris Finance because I have made videos about them before. But in today's video, I want to go over the upcoming expansion coming to Polaris Finance this Sunday, how my investments in Polaris Finance since their launch have been doing, and moreover, exactly how you can make money this upcoming week. Now, before we jump into the video, please make sure you like the video and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification so you can be notified as soon as I post a video. Now, I also want to say that make sure you guys do your own research, and none of this is financial advice because after all, this is decentralized finance and I want you all to know exactly what you're getting into. Now, right off the bat, guys, this is Polaris Finance. As you guys can see, the UI is absolutely gorgeous. In my opinion, one of the best looking UIs in comparison to all other Tomb forks. Now, many come into Polaris Finance looking at it, and in the initial understanding, it is a Tomb fork. However, the team and the project itself has illustrated to us several times over the past few weeks that it is indeed something more. Let's jump into what Lunar is and how it's going to be an expansion to Polaris Finance. As you guys can see, in a medium that was posted by the Polaris team, we can see as to what Lunar is. Lunar is an algorithmic stablecoin on Aurora chain pegged to the price of 1 Luna via seigniorage. As you probably know, Luna is the native token of the Terra level 1 blockchain. Now, I'm not going to bore you guys and go through all the little details in this medium. I would suggest you guys have a look at it. The link will be down in the description below. However, I do want to enunciate the exact plan behind this team and exactly how smart they truly are. Now, the thing about Luna is that the utility is very limited. A lot of people use Luna tokens for wormhole UST, for example, or other stable kind of coins. However, the opportunity that Luna holders will now have to invest their Luna into Polaris Finance and earn a substantially higher reward while being in a stable and safe environment makes a lot of people that have Luna attracted to Polaris Finance. Now, you guys must be wondering, why do I call it safe? Well, first of all, we can see right up here they have a big button called KYC. And if you guys go ahead and click this KYC button, you guys can see exactly right here all the details about exactly when the Polaris Finance team has done their KYC. So that's something that definitely brings comfort into my mind, and overall this project has been running for a hot minute without any issues whatsoever in regards to funds being missing or allocated to dev wallets or anything of the sort. Now, I've been with Polaris Finance since its inception, and I can definitely say myself that I'm very satisfied with not only my returns, but moreover with how the team has been handling the project as a whole. As a matter of fact, this TVL here went down to as low as almost $200,000 before coming back up just because of how the team has been working. Now, I know a lot of you think, oh my gosh, this is probably just another layer 2 project which is going to pump the token and then it's essentially going to dump. However, I want to show you guys exactly what the team is doing in that regards. So is it a layer 2? No, it's really not layer 2. In the bump and dump schema, it has been practiced lately to take the liquidity from the first peg LP and start minting a new token or a new share token. The original token will depreciate into oblivion and the new pegged asset will most likely do the same. We're not creating anything like that at all. We've improved and expanded the overall scheme and we're building something completely new. Now, it's visible that what the project aims to do is create one token to rule all of their tokens. If we look at the image right down here, guys, we can see that so far we're at stage 1. So S Polar currently is a share token for the Polar token right up here, all right? This weekend, they're launching Lunar, all right, which is going to be the stablecoin pegged to 1 Luna. The share token is still going to be S Polar. And guess what, guys? They gave us a little sneak peek, and this is a heads up for everybody that's not in Polar right now. You better get yourself in because Oris is launching on April 2022. Now, for a lot of you, you wouldn't have been given the opportunity to get an airdrop because you weren't Polar holders. However, it can be assumed that the airdrop for Oris can perhaps be linked with Polar and Lunar whenever it launches in April 2022. And that's why I think it's very good and very smart to be invested in a project that has a vision. Remember, guys, Anybody can literally take a code and create another project. That's literally why it's called a fork. But a team that has a future vision, a team that can also not only say we have a vision but put it into action, is exactly what you should be looking for when it's in regards to placing your funds in somewhere safe. Now, I actually got the opportunity to talk to the Polaris team, and I was so impressed as always. I asked them some specific questions that I'm sure a lot of you are curious about. And one of my first questions that I asked was, why create a token that's pegged to Lunar instead of continuing in regards to being pegged with Near? And they clarified their strategy, which was absolutely brilliant to me. And it relates to the point I mentioned at the beginning, guys, that there are individuals that hold a lot of Luna. However, they're not being able to use it to its maximum efficiency. And as such, introducing a protocol such as Polaris Finance will be attractive to new investors that hold Luna. There's no point in creating an expansion if there's no vision as to how to bring in new investors. And it is visible here that Polaris Finance has exactly that in mind. They're not just creating another project with the same code or anything like that, but there is a vision attached to it. Now I want to jump over the allocations for the Genesis pool with you guys a little bit. If you come down here on the same medium, you guys can see here that they'll have 50% of the Lunar tokens allocated to Luna. They'll have 20% of the allocations of Lunar tokens to the Polar Near, 10% to S Polar Near, 10% to S Polar, 5% to Polar, and 5% to P Bond. And it is visible that none of these have deposit fees except the Luna token, which has the most allocations. However, it also has a deposit fee. Now, what usually happens in tomb forks, and I personally dislike this a lot, is that this deposit fee is immediately sent over to the dev wallet. And a lot of times it is visible that these projects, they create the project, they take that 1% deposit fee, and they just call it a day when the project dies out. Hey, I would have netted myself 1%. What's so bad about that? However, obviously it's bad for the investors, because essentially a lot of times now, and I'm sure you guys have been victims of this too, is whenever you put your money in deposit fee Genesis pools, you don't even make back that 1% because the token price drops so much. So what's happening in this situation? I just want to show you real quickly what was stated on the Discord. There will be a 1% deposit fee on Luna pool. All the other pools won't have deposit fee. Deposit fee will go into the protocol DAO because our community demanded some anti-whale systems for this Genesis. Every dollar from deposit fee given to the DAO will be used to build protocol-owned liquidity for Lunar pool, and we will not take a single penny. This is insane. The team is literally saying that, hey, you know how everybody's worried about this 1% deposit fee? Guess what? It's gonna go to saving you in the future. It's gonna go back into your pockets because it's gonna be used to create more liquidity and more safety so that the longevity of the project is more secured. Understandably, guys, them not taking a single penny, and if anything, investing their own money into the project, shows me indeed once again that we are looking at a safer project. The other reason why the team decided to make a Luna token is because the team is smart and they realize that Luna and Near are very deeply interconnected. Now, the team has stated clearly that they believe that Luna and Near are the two best blockchains in the crypto world as of today, and them innovating on these chains where there aren't any other projects shows to me that the team is not followers, they are leaders. They're trying to create something absolutely new instead of just following the flock, essentially. And the last point that the team mentioned to me when I spoke to them is that they want to go and get Luna investors because it is very easy to bridge from Luna. And that is one of the most important parts about investors. As soon as it becomes difficult and expensive to bridge, a lot of people get turned off on the idea of investing in a project. Now, I do want to mention, guys, real quick, that this is the first of its kind on Aurora and on Near, and as such, I do believe it is going to be the first of its kind on Luna. Obviously, being a part of a project that just continues to expand and grow, obviously everybody wants to be a part of a project that has a much bigger vision, and that is why I have been in it since day one. And I'm going to tell you honestly from the bottom of my heart, this team has not proved me wrong yet. Let's look at my investments up till today. As we can see here, my current investment in the Polar Near pool is $847, and that gets me 2% every single day. if we do the math here real quick, guys, we can see that $847 plus 2% is $17. So every day from here, I'm getting $17. Guess what I do with my Polar, guys? I've been taking it and I've been compounding it in the sunrise. And yes, you're seeing it right. All of my compounding has resulted in me netting $1,100 here, absolutely free of cost. And guess what? I'm also making money on this $1,100. How much am I making? 988% yearly. So if we do 988 divided by 365, that's 2.7%. So let's just take $1,150 plus 2.7%. That's $31. $31 here, $17 there. That's almost $50 every single day without me having to worry about anything at all, guys. And that's the power of being behind a team that understands how to control emissions, that understands that offering 20 million % APR is not sustainable, that understands that a lot of people are looking for a safe place to park their money and are trying not to face the risks of impermanent loss to an extreme degree. And that is why I personally will continue to do my strategy and compound in this project, as I see that their roadmap is being not only implemented this March, but they're also envisioning and starting their work in regards to the project in April. Furthermore, guys, I just want to talk to you about how I know a lot of you have come to me in Discord or on Telegram and have messaged me about how your investments have gone very sour. All of these tomb forks, unfortunately, are going under peg, except Polaris Finance. As a matter of fact, if we look over to their Discord, we can see right now they are 1.25 above peg, which is absolutely amazing in my opinion. The share token is so undervalued. It's $123, and it is visible with the introduction of Lunar. It's only going to increase in value, and the utility of this token is only going to be much stronger. Of course, that only continues with Oris as well. Now, while we're looking at their Discord, guys, I just wanted to show you, this is the co-founder. Guys, look at how often the team, first of all, they're always online, right? These guys are working non-stop. If you scroll up, you see yellow, 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 yellow. You see yellow names everywhere, right? And these guys are the core team. So if you have any questions, you don't need to reach out to any anonymous individuals. You'll actually reach out to the co-founder, who, by the way, once again, has done their KYC with Ape O'Clock. So you know exactly who you're talking to, and then you can go and discuss any questions that you may have for the project before investing. And it is my recommendation that you guys should honestly go and ask any questions before investing, just to make everything super clear for yourselves. Now, the last point in our video in regards to my strategy to make money not only this weekend but for the upcoming weeks with Polaris Finance, it's quite simple. If you guys look down here, they had the Genesis pools that were these, and we know obviously these will not be existent anymore. There will be different Genesis pools that are going to be allocated. Obviously, as a Polar near and a S Polar holder, I will be entering into the S Polar pools without any deposit fees, as I think these are absolutely amazing to people that are holding their tokens. And with this allocated Lunar, I will be LPing it, and of course continuing to deposit it here over in the Dawn with the new Lunar staking pools, so that I can continue making that daily income safely without having to worry. And me personally, I like putting money into places where I can sleep at night without constantly having to look at the charts or constantly having to look at my LP. After all, it's meant to be passive income, and if you're staying up 24/7 and looking at the charts and looking at your LP every single hour of every single day, then is it actually passive income? With that being said, guys, I want to thank you all for watching my video. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, and make sure you jump into Polaris Finance if you haven't already, as this project is ready to boom. Stay safe and let's get that bag. Peace.